Hello everyone, welcome to Switchcraft the Fingerboard podcast. My name is Jana and today I'm actually sitting here with someone else again, which is pretty rare in these times. This time I'm sitting here with someone you might know, Ramon Angelow.
Hello everyone.
Yeah, so Ramon is probably pretty much known to most people out there in fingerboarding. He's most known for just being a rider and being part of the Berlinwood team since pretty much the beginning.
Yeah, since really young years.
Yeah, and he's now part of the ASI Berlin Shop team, but we'll get to that in a second. So let's first start talking about you for a bit. When did you get into fingerboarding and how did you get into fingerboarding?
I think it was like around 2001. That wasn't the year when I was starting, but it was the year when I was the first time in Berlin, and I was at the Tito's Berlin skate shop where Timo was working back in the days, and I saw Micha Zimmer, like a really true OG. One of the old school guys, and it was like the first finger skateboarder in person I saw.
Did you see him at the Tito's shop?
Yeah, at a Tito's Berlin shop, and the first thing I just like came to the background area where later was the woman clothing area after the fingerboarding stuff, and there was like the Black River Park inside. And
even at that time?
Yeah, 2001, yeah.
Wow, that must have been one of the first parks.
Yeah, it was a super old park.
Yeah.
Super old park, but super fun one.
I got into the scene like really in 2001 to 2003, and those parks were already drastically different from the first ones.
Yeah, but it was super fun. To come back like to the story was I just came in there and go to the background and just like directly saw how he's doing kickflip backside nose grind down a hubba, and I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like,
you were already skating back then?
Yeah. I'm skating since 1999. No, 1998. So
I think I started at a similar time.
Finger skateboarding?
No, skateboarding.
Yes, skateboarding. You started.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I saw him, and I think I got a tech deck at that day, which broke really quickly, like at the first day or something.
What did you break?
The tech deck.
The deck in general, or just?
Oh no! It's just the trucks, like usual usual issues by tech decks back in the days. Now they're a little bit better, but yeah, and but broke really really fast, and then I started actually fingerboarding then 2002, I think, late 2002 or middle 2002, something like this. Yeah, like to try tricks and learn ollies and kickflips and stuff.
And do you remember when there was like the first time that you actually considered it a hobby? Like the time where you transitioned from just fooling around on it to actually being like, I want to learn tricks on it, I go out to meet with people? Like
that was the point, like from 2001 when I saw Micha Zimmer. I was super stoked on it. I knew I want to do that too. Like I was like, yo, I want to do that shit. Like I was so blown away. And but it was just like the issue that I since ever like being from let's say like pretty much like poor family and couldn't afford like anything, and then like finally in 2002 my mother bought me some tech decks, and in the same year, I think, or 1 year later, I got my first Berlinwood. It was like one of the first Berlinwoods like being ever made. Yeah,
I got one in, I think 2004, and they were not that old at that time.
Yeah, super sick stuff. I was so stoked.
Do you still have your first Berlinwoods?
Nah, sadly not. I had pretty much. I had maybe like around 10 or something in my whole life, like from the super old ones. and I don't have any of them anymore.
Yeah, I sadly don't have my first one. I do have like my second Berlin wood and my third, but the first one must be somewhere in the attic at my dad's place. But I went there like 10 times looking for it, and I still haven't found it.
Yeah.
But it must be in an old Digi box somewhere.
Really?
Yeah.
Sick.
So when did you meet Timo, or the whole who is ASI Berlin, or who became ASI Berlin later? Like when did you meet up with those guys?
The point was like 2001 and 2002, when everything started with me and fingerboarding. Was like I wasn't living in Berlin at this moment. I moved to Berlin in.
Where were you living at the time?
At southwest Germany, something a little bit like at the Mosel. Big river in Germany. Well known for have the best vino and shit.
Wine,
wine and and then I moved to Berlin in. I moved to Berlin in 2003, in December 2003, and then I was for sure like as often as I could like at a Titus Berlin shop to fingerboard there and stuff, and over the time then I get like better known with Timo. I was like super young kid.
How old were you when you
14?
Okay.
14, like when I moved to Berlin, kind of. I was like 13, 14, something like that. And over the time, it went actually like really quick. And I think like 2004 or 5, I mean like 2004, I think was some of the first contests happening in Berlin. I was something like this. 2001, the first time when I was in Berlin. To go back to that, I was at the German Championship, the stop in Berlin, the one which Timo organized together with Black River. Yeah. So Timo Kranz and I just had a tech deck, the one I bought at a Titus shop before meeting Micha Zimmer, and I was in Berlin for 2 weeks. And I just tried to do something. I was not able to make an ollie or anything. But I was like, yo, there's this contest. What the fuck? There's a contest of fingerboarding. Crazy. And I went there with my mom. My mom even was filming for the university.
Do you still have that?
And my mom still have that.
Wow.
My mom still have that. And she asked me if Timo want to have it. And I asked Timo. And he said like it would be like super rad to have this footage.
Yeah, that would be fucking awesome.
I will get it on a USB stick someday or something when I don't forget it, but my mom will remember me when I met her. And I even had a run. I competed. I competed a contest without being able to do anything, but I just like remember that I just like smashed up the quarter and flipped something like 900 flip or something and actually landed it. And rolled back, and I think like at the end, I was on place 37 or something. And
wow, the contest was that big?
Yeah, I think there was like over 40 people.
Wow.
Compete the contest actually. So even more with watching it. So I think like it was like about like 45 people or something competed, and there was even like after that like a live band and some rappers and stuff. It was really cool. Yeah, cool. Really rad stuff.
Did you already run around the park like 10 times?
No. I wasn't able. I mean, like, of course, like ever since, like, because I skated before I started fingerboarding, and I knew like what would look cool or something, and so I tried to make something realistic, but I wasn't even able to have a proper ollie. So yeah, but fuck it.
That's really rad that you've been around even back then. Because I thought you came a bit later, but that's cool to hear that you've been around pretty much since day one.
Yeah. I mean, like I'm completely fingerboarding like without a break since 18 years.
Yeah, that's one of the longest times outside of the OGs like TKY, Timo Lieben, Winkler, and Berger.
This is pretty much like the stuff what Timo tells me every time, that I am one of the generation after the super old
After
OGs.
the initial ones, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think we've been basically the same generation, but I stopped for 9 years, like a lot of other people did for a long time. Some never came back.
Yeah.
And there are like very few of us still around or around again.
Yeah.
Do you know when your trick repertoire started to like exceed your skating repertoire? Like, was there a point where you could do more on the fingerboard than on the skateboard?
Like after I had the chance to have more fingerboards, like tactics and stuff, and getting a burner wood and stuff, I was super addicted, and I'm still, but the beginning.
I think that's why we're sitting in the basement of the ASI Berlin Shop right now and talking about fingerboarding. So
I think so. Yeah, that's pretty true. Yeah, and I had like I every time had a big ambition for even skateboarding, and then later in fingerboarding, which made it able to live it out like for myself. And so I tried everything. I was super hyped. Like even when my tech deck was broke, the first one, I just took on the mattress or something. I formed, I don't know, like a half pipe or something, and just like snow skating around, and and was really really fun. Then later in 2002, when I still was living like in a little village in middle south Germany, in my childhood room, just built something out of VHS cassettes, made a table, and then there was like this tablets made out of metal. You put under on a table before you put a hot pot or something on the table.
Ah, okay.
This
a caster.
Yeah, and kitchen stuff from my mom, and I just like took it and put it in my and I connected everything with stickers and stuff. It's just like this tight stickers
so
I had.
Pretty much not a lot of things have changed.
Yeah. And I had like a funbox table made out of 4 VHS cassettes, and then like this 2 plates on top and another 2 plates as banks. And I had a bank to bank. And in the middle, my mom bought me some for €10. The euro was pretty new back then. Was invented in 2001, invented in the year when I got the stuff. And then, 2002 I got the stuff. Forgot. And then I was just like a damn maniac, just like trying. I don't remember how long I took to learn an ollie. I don't remember how long I took to...
Me neither.
Yeah. I don't remember that.
Do it someday.
I just remember that like really quick after some couple of months, I was immediately learning kickflip nose grinds, tray flip nose grinds, and I think like in this room, in this 1 year, being in my childhood room alone and locked up for days and everything, I think I did the most tray flip nose grinds in my life, and tray flip nose blunt slices. This is the stuff I still mostly land on lock. That's for me basic, because I learned it as one of the first stuff I learned. It was like...
Yeah, for me, I learned a lot of transition skating back then. Like I was I was only good at transition skating.
Oh, only the opposite and today.
The only time I qualified at a Fast Fingers for the next round, I did only a transition part in the first round. Yeah. And in the second round, I was like, oh, but now everyone thinks that I can't do street, and I couldn't do street. And I tried to please everyone, and people, like everyone, or a lot of people knew me from the forum. They all were chanting my name because I was advancing, and I was like so anxious and nervous that I completely fucked it up. And yeah, but
shit happens.
Yeah, but I really enjoyed doing like I had a big Mama replica that I built myself.
Nice.
and I was doing like tray flip blunt all day.
Yeah, it was the same like my little room back then at the beginning, the first 1 year or something, and moving then to Berlin 2003. They had a big mini, I think, and a big mama. I mean, like separated a big mini. Yeah. The big mini was back then super new.
Yeah, it came out. I think 2003-ish. I actually built a replica of a big mini.
Sick.
And
you still have it?
No, it broke at some point, and it never was like completely done. It broke like nearly really close to being done. And then I was so over it, and I just never finished it properly.
Yeah, don't have the patience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I spent so much time building that shit, and then at the end,
I can't imagine.
It wasn't what I wanted to be like, and then I was frustrated.
Yeah. I was pretty lucky because like after learning so much like technical stuff at my home in my little room, then we moved to Berlin, and then being at a Tito's Berlin Shop, they had everything, like the park, included a Big Mama.
Do you know which generation it was? It must have been the G3, right?
Oh, I don't remember that.
Was it the one with quarters on one side and a Big Mama on the other side, and a big block and a curb cut 1 or 2?
Yeah, something like this.
Yeah, it must have been like when it was the curb cut 2. I think that would be the G3, and the curb cut 1 version would be the G2.
Okay, I just remember I saw other parks back then. I think online or something. Some pictures from Black River parks, and I think the one that was standing at the Tito's Berlin Shop back then was a little bit unique because it got like a crazy long kink rail.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, and
that wasn't common.
That wasn't common. It was
they usually had a really steep bank with a rail that was like more than a 45-degree angle. Like you would never see that shit today.
Yeah, but it was fun. Yeah.
So you're today a bit known for being basically one of the most versatile skaters. So like you're one of the all-terrain skaters that I would name. So you've been known to skate quite a lot of outdoor. Do you know when that started, like going outdoors and? Oh
yeah, it was like around like 2004 and 2005. I met Harry at the Tito's Berlin shop, and I think like the people who know it, like all the videos and stuff we made, like they know like it's because with Harry. Like and Harry got a little digi cam. Was pretty shitty, and then he tried to do.
That's a camcorder in Germany.
Yeah, but we call it digicam. Yeah. It's like a little. It looks like a one you just make pictures with. Yeah, but it actually can film. Yeah, and then pretty funny actually. The first camcorder, like real camcorder with like little DV cassettes or what? DV.
I don't know what type of cassettes, but with the like small tapes.
Yeah, small tapes, but whatsoever, with cassettes inside. And actually, this one was from my mom, and that was like the first stuff where Harry started to advance his fingerboard videos a little bit after the first little shitty digicam. I think it was a Panasonic, but like a little handy one was really fun. And and then we went outside, like because like we of course we filmed at some parks or at home with Harry, building some spots or whatsoever. It was even like just on a wooden table, randomly put some rails or whatsoever, some spots, and that's it. And filming with some lamps and lights. I mean, and and then went outside because like just around the Tito's, just across the street from the Tito's Berlin, was actually pretty rad fingerboard spots.
Is it still around today?
Could be. I'm not sure, but I think it could be, yeah.
You mean close to the Alexanderplatz too?
No, it was just like really, there was the Tito's, it was like Spandauer Straße, and then just crossing the street, and there was a subway on the left side, and then there was a little place with marble stuff, marble crown whatsoever.
Okay.
And then there was actually little waterways, just like
Would be rare to visit that today.
yeah, because like actually it's a really rad water gap. It's really sick. It's really actually from the proportion, it's really realistic.
We're gonna have to take a look at that.
Yeah, that's really sick. I hope it's still there, and I hope there's still water inside. And there's actually video. I think it was and we started to make this Team Berlin Rollt videos because we started to have our own little homie team. Besides of ASI Berlin, because like this actually started back then.
Was ASI already around? Or?
Yeah.
And do you remember who was with you on the other team, or?
Oh yeah, pretty much. But actually, the first couple of years, it wasn't called the ASI Berlin team.
Yeah, it was the Titus Berlin.
The Titus Berlin fingerboard team. Yeah, because like back then they had a fingerboard team and a skateboard team, but actually only because Timo TKY was working there and telling the boss that's important for the scene and whatsoever, and he believed him because the boss wasn't a skater.
Yeah, and I think Timo was a manager at some point.
Oh, somehow, like not manager, but I should the team manager for the Titus Berlin team.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, he was team manager, but and creator actually.
Yeah, but do you know someone who may still be around today who was with you in the team or in the Titus Berlin team?
Yeah, of course. I was together like one of like people like what Timo said. Like like this is like the two rookie talents. Was like every time like said like it's me and Max von Nolting.
I know that name, but I don't have a face present.
Okay.
I definitely know that name from back then.
And Max von Nolting was almost the same age. He was a little bit younger, I think like 1 or 2 years or something. He still comes around fingerboard as a tall guy. Dimitri, of course, Leonard, Arne Ruf.
Yeah. All of these names are like staples from like let's say the early 2000s of the German fingerboard scene.
And there was like two super rad crazy guys. One was Alex, was a Russian German dude living in Berlin. He's still around, but he's not too much fingerboarding, but he's still skateboarding. Mm-hmm. And this was because like you had some guys who was at the skateboard team of the Titus Berlin Shop and in the fingerboard team at the same time because they was able to do both, and Alex was one of them. I don't know who else was it, but I don't remember. It was like Alex and another guy, but I don't remember the name. Maybe Timo gonna know, but I don't remember. He was like Russian too. I don't know what happened to him. I never known that. The other one fingerboarder team was Aaron. But I don't remember his last name. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And this is pretty much what I remember. I mean, like, yes, of course, like, later Harry was getting into the team. Tees. Tees. Okay. And Piran.
Okay, I thought Tees, Tees is one... Like, he's one of the OGs, but I always thought of him as being one of the Black River locals and from that area. So I never thought that he would be in the Berlin scene at that age.
It was solely Berlin, like, and we formed like beside the Titus Berlin team just to have like, because like it was more for just like contest stuff. Because back in the days you had like every couple of months there was somewhere a contest, then we formed the Titus Berlin... No, not Titus. Team Berlin Rollt.
Mm-hmm.
It's
which translates to Berlin is rolling.
Yeah, Team Berlin is rolling, something like this. Super stupid stuff. And it was like me, Harry, Tees, and Piran. And I think that's it. I don't remember who else was it. But yeah. And Piran came around like some years ago. He started to make a super big food company called called Koro. It's really cool stuff, actually. Mm-hmm. Like I'm not would like say anything about it, but I saw it on Instagram and stuff. It's really cool stuff.
Very cool. Do you know when fingerboarding like became a really big part of your life? Like back then you were still fingerboarding as a hobby and having your own separate team. Do you know when you got like more involved with like, let's say, what is now the ASI Berlin team or Berlin Wood and Black River? Like when did it transition from just being like a Berlin scene to you being connected to pretty much everyone in the scene?
And it was pretty much like step by step, because like after just like get everybody known, it was like the first year, you know, like being pretty hyped and everything. I'm still hyped, but then around like 2004 it started like with all the contests, and 2005, and it was gone super crazy until 2008 or 10.
Yeah.
Like, and Timo just like called everybody together, getting to every fucking contest happening in Germany, and even outside of that, like we was like in 2008, 9 and 10 in a row in Prague.
Wow.
At the
Prague,
EFC.
like for everyone outside of Berlin, Prague isn't that far away. Like it's one of the biggest cities near Berlin, but it's not part of Germany. I've been to Prague like I think never before I moved to Berlin, and 3 times since I moved to Berlin, because it's just like across the border.
Yeah, and I think you drive there with a car like about like
2 hours.
No, a little bit longer.
Three.
Yeah, 3.5, 4 hours, something like that.
Yeah, I think
depends on the route.
Around 3, yeah.
Yeah, and we was there for the EFC, the European Fingerboard Championship. And it was super crazy. That was like my first experience I had to realize after doing for years videos with Harry on YouTube, and he's uploading there and getting more and more clicks and stuff, which was like in this super tiny scene back then.
And like YouTube was really tiny.
Yeah, it was like nothing compared to what it is today.
Yeah, like I at that time I would search for a video and then would find YouTube, and I was like, oh yeah, I heard that name before. It wasn't like I'm going to YouTube to look for something. It was like really niche, and like I would see so many videos uploaded by, let's say, Fabi or Oberle from that time to like some random internet platform that didn't survive.
Yeah, my video and stuff.
Yeah. I don't even remember half of the names.
Yeah, but it was like over the time, 2007, I think, or even earlier, I got like my first sponsor, because FBS, the fingerboard store in Germany, from Kata, Crete, love
that
and
was
peace.
even before ASI Berlin?
I mean, like ASI Berlin, like was directly when I came like to Germany, to Berlin. Wow, to Berlin.
I mean, for everyone living in Berlin, you were pretty much living outside of Germany.
Yeah,
but that's
pretty much
more of a Berlin thing rather than a German thing.
Yeah, but I would say, like, of course, like I was like at first in a Titus Berlin team or something, later known as the ASI Berlin team, but that was more like a team family stuff. Of course, like Timo started to make some t-shirts somehow,
but it wasn't like a real sponsor.
Yeah, but it was later. Like later he started to make clothing, like around like 2008 or 9 or something. And it was like this tryout videos from Kata, like
I think I actually seen your
tryout
video like not that long ago.
Because like Kata made an announcement, I think on Facebook or something, or YouTube, or I don't remember, but said like, I wanna put a team together, and you can make a tryout video and make the hashtags or whatsoever for the FBS tryout. I'm gonna watch it and decide who become like into the team. And the day after, we filmed, edited, uploaded both parts, me and Harry. The next day, getting the message from Kata that we're in the team and we're the very first. Like she watched the parts and she was like, "Yo, you guys, fuck!" Like
I was just about to ask you, because I know that Gene Zengus, for everyone listening, that he was also around quite early. Wasn't he also in the same tryout?
And same. I don't remember that if he got a tryout, but the point was really funny actually because like I think 2 months ago. We was like drinking, me and Jean and Henneman.
Drinking?
Yeah.
And Jean. Oh,
wow, that's not good. Not good combination.
Let me take a drink of my beer because I can't.
I gonna drink my Spezi.
Spezi is the best non-alcoholic beverage there is in Germany, just saying.
One of the best.
No, the best.
Okay, let's don't fight. And let's get back to the story. I was talking about that because like Jean, we was all a little bit drunk, but like not like crazy drunk, but like funny drunk. And Jean was like, and I was like the very first team member of FBS and blah blah blah. And I was like, you sure? And he said like, yeah, pretty much. I'm damn sure. And I was like, okay. And then I asked him like, since when are you in the team? And he said like, I think since 10 years or something. And I was like, okay, I got the tryout on YouTube. It's still there. We can take a look when it got uploaded. And it's 12 years ago. and
so you're more OG than the OGs.
Yeah. I'm the OG of the OGs. No, just kidding. And I think I still remember a conversation with Kata together that she told us that we are the first two writers for FBS. I mean, like, Kata can write me. I don't know if I'm wrong, but I think that's pretty much true.
Yeah, I think she... I don't know if she said it to me or if Jean said it to me. I know that Jean also got in that tryout, but probably a bit later.
Might be. I have no idea.
Yeah, might be. But definitely a lot of Berlin people were pretty much the first.
So, Kata, if you're listening to this podcast, write in the comments and put it down.
And tell us that Ramon is wrong or right.
Yes, please. Because I don't know 100%. But at the end, like, you asked me, like, how everything, like, came together and step by step. It was just, like, step by step. It was, like, the first real sponsor was FBS. I think it was the ASI Berlin contest number 3 or 4. And after the contest, I had a pretty gnarly session with Martin Ehrenberger together with the boss of Black River Rams. And it was super fun, and he was super stoked. And I was just like a fucking poor guy and didn't have money. So there was like never any other reason why asking for any sponsor, because usually I wouldn't do that, but I had to because I was fucking poor. Like I had no fucking, I was super broke, or like my whole family. So I was just like then turning like to Modern in the middle of the session after 1.5 hours being alone in one Black River Park. And being hyped, like to like hyping up each other. Yeah. And then like I asked like, yo, can I get sponsored like for you, like how it looks? And he just told me like, yeah, give me your email. And I was like, okay, and then sent me a wish list. What you want to have? Indeed. I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, really? I was like, yeah, of course, man. You're super rad and you're living this shit. Like, I see it. Like, you have craziest passion for it. I love that stuff. And that's like more the reason for Ernie, for Modern, to put someone in a team. That's why maybe here and there somebody is maybe not too happy to that people say like, oh, why is he at a team? Like, I'm a better fingerboarder than him or her, because like Modern is more about like put people in a team who got just like the passion and do it with love, and that's it, and it doesn't matter on the skills. Yeah,
back then I know I went to one of the Fast Fingers, and for some reason I didn't want to sleep in a big hole, and I messaged Martin, and he was like, oh yeah, remember you can sleep in my office, and like suddenly I was in this like, looking back from today, like this,
it was really super crazy
elite group of like, I was sharing a room with like 5 people, with like Manu Oberle, Fabian Schreiter, Jean, like only people who are really famous in the scene today, and for some reason me. But Martin was always about, doesn't matter if you're like the most famous people in fingerboarding.
He don't mind.
If you're cool and we have fun together, then you're cool. that's something I always really appreciated. And that's something I really connected with fingerboarding.
Yeah, that's pretty rad. And the thing is, like, much people like ask me like how I got into Berlinwood, and I don't remember. I really like don't remember actually like when it happened, because like I don't think it happened like he decided to have me in a team or something. The thing was that I bought some Berlinwoods at the beginning and at the Titus, and then after the Titus, when I met Timo Lieben the first time and see him more often in the Titus or like on contests, he every time like gave me something. Like a deck was like super hyped on it.
And back in the day, everything was pretty much personal with Timo. So when you bought a Berlinwood online,
same with Martin Winkler.
Same with Winkler. You would buy it from them. Like I would email Timo Lehmann, was like, hey, I want to buy this board. Or I met Martin Winkler at a contest and was like, hey, can you put those wheels on my deck for me?
Yeah, super crazy. And it was like one of the raddest thing I ever saw in my whole fucking life was at this German Championship tour stop in Berlin in 2001. In 2001, the first contest, I actually competed without actually being able to fingerboard, but it happened and I went there and I was there for 2 weeks, so I did it. And then outside was like sitting Martin Winkler with some bags full with stuff and everything, like stacks of stuff.
Like a big plastic box filled with stuff.
With everything. And the point was, he was doing, at this point in the time, he was doing everything by himself.
Yeah.
He just like banded some metal and made some trucks out of it. He made some random decks with some super thin wood and just like banded a little bit with heat or something, and it was like super low, like almost just straight, and with Winkler wheels with a metal core. And actually, when you bought something like this, it was just like about like $20 or $30, and it was like, what the hell, like super cheap, and he just did it on the contest for you.
Yeah, but back then, like buying my first set of Winkler wheels was like a big step for me, even though like I come from pretty much the opposite of you. I come from a very rich household.
Yeah.
And so I always had like all the money to throw around as a kid. But when I bought my first Winkler wheels, it was like, oh, I'm buying like something precious. Like it was more important than the actual money.
Yeah,
and
totally.
Like sitting there, and back then Martin Winkler had to like glue in the pins to the axles for you. So he sat down at a contest and
with the super glue
and glued my setup together, and I was like,
rad.
Oh, Martin Winkler is doing my setup for me.
in person.
And the next time, I think the next time I met him, or at some point, I lost a wheel because one of the pins fell out. And he was like, yeah, just take this one, and he glued it in for me, and I was like, wait, can I pay you? And he was like, nah, just take it. I know you. You've been around. And I was like, wait, you know who I am? But I bought something and I just want to buy something else. And he was like, no, it's cool. Just take it. And that was pretty much the vibe and the scene back then. Yeah,
super lovely. Yeah. Just like damn lovely. Like Martin Winkler, Timo Lieben, all the big guys like doing this stuff are so lovely guys.
Yeah, they did this for the passion.
Yeah, they was the guys with the most passion ever, and just like doing this stuff. The same like with Timo Lieben, like doing the Berlinwoods and stuff, and it was like super fun. Like when I think the first pro model, like Berlinwood pro model, was a TKY Pro model.
Oh.
And it was actually like, it was in a style with a barcode.
Yeah.
A little bit, so it was really hard to read actually Timo Kranz. I think, I don't remember if it was like own one from Timo Lieben or Timo Kranz, but I think it was Timo Kranz. But maybe later we can ask TKY.
If Timo Lieben listens to this, I really want to interview you, so you can come on here and set a few things straight that Ramon screwed up.
Yeah. You can write in the comments if you listen to this You can write in comments too beside Kata, like what
Only
was actually.
those two are allowed to comment.
Yeah, everyone. Maybe I'm wrong, but the thing is, he tried to make graphics with some plastic stuff. It was like a slick something because like back then like they didn't have like this heat transfer stuff in the small sizes. It's crazy.
I still have one of the those graphic decks, and
sick.
it was like I think it was before the TKY Pro model. It was the Kassel Ost series, which I think is one of the first graphic series. It has like a really thick layer of like something that you printed out on an adhesive, and then like a really thick layer of plastic.
Clear plastic. Yeah.
And it has the Kassel Ost logo, and it was like really infamous graphic back then. even today, it's still infamous, and I don't know what the guy whose graphic it is thinks about it today, since he has like 4 kids. But Tobias Fieler had...
Oh, he's cool with it.
he had a pro graphic, which was... Yeah, well, you can imagine what Fieler... Yeah.
I don't remember that, but I think it's pretty funny. And,
it was the pedophila graphic.
No, I think he's down with it. Like he can laugh about stuff like this. Like and I love Fila for doing like back in the days like the Kassel Ost Bowmasters. It was like pretty much the best contest
I
ever.
met him like 2 years ago after not seeing him for like 12 or 13 years. And it was so fun talking to him because he was like one of the most famous people back then. Like he, Timo Lieben, and like I think even Timo Kranz I heard of after I already heard of Fieler, because I wasn't around in the Berlin scene. Like I thought about going to the second ASI Berlin contest, but for some reason, like I think it was too far for me, and I was like, oh, maybe and maybe not, and my parents were like, but we don't know anyone in Berlin, so you would have to sleep like somewhere in the hostel, and it was like 15 or 14, and they were, and then I didn't go.
Teeny rock and roll life.
Yeah.
Tour life.
Yeah.
Was the best. I love it. Like the stuff. EFC was 2 crazy years. It was like so fun.
Yeah, I think they stopped in 2003. Correct? I think so. I think in 2004 they started doing like the...
I don't remember when they started, but I just remember the first time I was there in 2008 was, I think, the year I was the first time realizing what I did, like with the videos, or like realizing how much people are out there being something like fans and having some. I was not like, I was just like doing this, having fun with Harry. Was super fun, like just like to film a whole fucking night until like 5-6 in the morning, and then after filming like get the freshest bakery stuff because it just opened it. And
that was pretty much my college life, going to the bar until 6 in the morning, long enough until you get to the bakery and get fresh goods.
And everything is super warm and out of the oven and everything, and it was like the first time in 2008 or something there, I think. No, 2009. Yeah, right. That's just too early. It was 2009, 10, and 11 there, because 11 was the last one. And that was the one, I think, which Schmidi won. I pretty much think that was right. And but the first one in 2009, when we went there, I was 20 years old, I think, or 19. I don't know when it was, but whatsoever. I went there, and the first thing what happened at arriving there was like carrying up the parks with the Black River guys and everything. We came like with our own bus from Berlin, and then Martin was there and everyone, and then we just like carried the parks up, and then like the guys who made like the Czech guys who made the contest just came up to me, and never say like they say hello, and they was directly to me like, hey, and you're Ramon Angelo, right? I was like, yeah. And like totally confused. It was like, okay, I think they know me. Videos, okay, good. I realized like I needed like some seconds, but I was like, okay, I think the videos, okay, cool.
I did a similar thing to Tobias Fieler in 2003 or 2004. Like I met him at a contest and we were writing a spot together. Yeah. And he was for some reason like he was apologizing to me and stuff like that. And I was just saying, no, it's cool, you came all the way here from Kassel. And he was like, wait, you know who I am? I was like, yeah, I'm so-and-so from the forums. And he was like, oh, why didn't you say so? And he was like really awkward that I knew who he was because he didn't know who I was because he never seen my face. Yeah.
But it's like really weird at the beginning when you don't think about it and then people come up to you. And the thing was the EFC was one of the craziest thing like I had because it was the first time I was faced to some fame I got over YouTube. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it was like the crazy stuff. Like there was like the first stuff that
you didn't know that you were famous.
No, that was the point when I was realizing I'm being famous.
Yeah, but before you didn't know that you were famous.
No, I was not even like singing about it. I was just like, yeah, crazy. We got like 30,000 clicks. Wow, that's insane. But
you didn't realize what.
Yeah, I didn't realize what this means. So and then we went to Czech Republic, to Prague, to the EFC. So the first guys like making the events say like, yo, I'm Ramon Angelo. Okay, cool. Like I was like, okay, and then they directly gave me like a VIP wristband or something. They said like, yeah, we have a backstage, there's some food and stuff, you can grab everything. It was really cool organized actually. So for like all the like big guys, or big guys, just normal guys actually, but like big in fingerboarding, or all the competitors. I hate these words, but whatsoever, I'm still learning. You never stop learning until you die. And and then they gave me like the VIP wristband. They said like, yeah, you can go inside, outside, however you want, because we don't have open yet. So I was like, after like 5 minutes fingerboarding, I was like, oh, I'm super hungry. Going crossing the place there. It was not no street, but
basically across.
Yeah, but I went to the supermarket. So the supermarket was just like there.
Around the corner.
Yeah, and just going down the stairs, go outside the door, another stairs, and then you are at the supermarket. Then I got some food, ate something, just like somewhere in the park, came back, needed around maybe like half an hour, came back, and it was like a super big crowd full of kids at the entry. So and I was like, yo, sorry, I just have to go in here, I have the VIP wristband, I just want to go up, and I think I have to go up and enjoy a little bit silence before everything blowing up. So, and it was and then at this moment I already realized how people looked at me and stuff. Like little kids, I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, oh my god, and blah blah, and looked at me and pointed with the fingers on me, and was like, okay, good. And then I just like went in, like there was like the guy on the door. I said like, yo, and he was like, yeah, come in and go up and chill a little bit, like around like 10 minutes, 20 minutes, we're going to open the doors. Okay, cool. Going up, and then after that 10, 20 minutes, they opened this door. There was like about like 100 or 200 kids like running in. And it was like a pretty big hall actually, with like a couple of fingerboard parks. It was like a big stand like from the guys. And
I wish I would have been around for that.
Oh, it was so sick. And then like all the kids and people just like went in, and it was like immediately like I was just like there was like a game of skate table kind of, just a flat.
Wow, even at that time?
Yeah, but not like the other ones, you know, with the stripes, just a flat to play game of skates. Yeah. But not with this game of skate wooden. No. Yeah. Not with the letters and stuff, and just flat, and that's it. I think like a marble table or something. So I was there, not knowing like all the people running up. So the people running up came in. It was like immediately like 50, 60 people just running to me and made like a big circle around me, and one after another just like wanted to play a game of skate with me. And it was like spending like 1.5 hours just playing, I think like 50 game of skates or more. It was super crazy. At some point, in between, like kids came, wanted to make pictures with me, wanted to sign their ramps and everything.
Do you know how old you were at the time?
Around 19 years old, something like this. 18, 19, I think, something like that.
So like a bit older than the most kids running.
There was like some people in my age, and still those was like going crazy and want to have autographs. Like was like kids and more like teenies and everything. And then and it was like the first moment I was just like realizing what actually I did with Harry together, like the thing we built up. We never realized. I just like realized in this moment, like what the actual fuck, like like just like super like people was like overrunning me actually, like kind of with the feelings, you know. And after 1.5 hours or like 2 hours, I was like, yo, people, I'm really sorry, like I need a break. Like it was like people like, oh, okay, cool, and then like, okay, last selfie and whatsoever, and like, okay, and here, and was just like sitting in the corner somewhere for like I think like about an hour just alone,
calming down.
To calm down and everything. I was realizing like I was in my head like talking with myself. I was like, yo, dude, like just like chill. That's just like, it's just fingerboarding. It's all good. Like don't think like you're like someone crazy special whatsoever. Like people think like they just like don't they can't handle it with their egos or whatsoever. And I realized that directly. I have to be alone right now, need a break for an hour or more, and go inside me and figured it out.
Process everything.
Super crazy. And like all the big contests after that, just the same stuff happened. Like people come up to you, but then after the first one, I was like, okay, I think that will happen more often. I was prepared. I was like, okay, I just do it. Just be kind to the people. I know what to expect. And just do it and do the autographs. Be nice to the people. That's it.
This now actually makes a lot of sense to me, because I like when I stopped, I think you still weren't like as big as you are today. So when I came back, at some point, like you were at the shop a lot of time, but you weren't working there yet. And we talked about, I think, Instagram, and you were like, oh people were messaging, oh, we miss you on Instagram, and then you made an account and got like 400 followers in like
18
days.
hours.
Oh yeah.
It was too sick.
So back then I was like, I didn't know who you were in the fingerboard scene, because I knew you were like a cool guy hanging out at the shop all the time, but I didn't know all the history.
Now you know.
And now this makes like a lot more sense that people were like wishing for you to be on Instagram and like waiting to see one of the ones who were famous at the time.
Actually with YouTube, and then you was realizing that all the fingerboarding scene switched from YouTube over to Instagram totally. Like still, if you upload a super crazy good video, it just like get like maybe maximum like some 1,000 views, and it's
I talked about that recently with Kata, because I think the way YouTube is heading right now is more of a long form content, and I think every part you want to publish, or every small clip, you should 100% do on Instagram, even if it's like a 3-minute video. But if it's more like a storytelling thing and like review, or even a podcast, something like this, those kind of things work much better on YouTube, and I think that's the future way where we should go. Because a lot of people say, oh, I miss the YouTube days where people would be uploading fingerboarding on YouTube, but even those people don't watch it on YouTube right now. So,
just a handful.
Like even who I think is pretty much connected to the fingerboard scene and try to actively look for new stuff on every platform. Even I don't know half of the content creators on YouTube, and I'm like, that's pretty much my fault, because I don't watch that as much as I would have done back in the day.
Of course.
And because of that, they don't get the clicks, they don't get that much subscribers, so they don't get recommended to new people who like fingerboarding. And that's why when you search for fingerboarding, you only find Andy Schrock, who's a skater, find Undialed, who are scooter riders who do build, like, Will Cashman built an insane fingerboard park.
I saw that one,
looks sick. He's been building that for over a year, so that one is sick, but also the guy from Australia, whose name I constantly forget, David something.
Yeah, there was something, but I don't remember either.
So you find a lot of people who got famous YouTube accounts through other media or through other things, like David, like I'm really blanking on the name. He got famous through snowboarding. The Undialed guys got famous through scootering, and Schrock through skateboarding. And all of those guys, when they do fingerboarding videos, they do crazy numbers. Like they are blowing through the roof. Yeah, but
because they upload every week something.
Then people who only scooter or only skateboard are like, yo, what the fuck? This is really cool. Yeah. But the like dedicated fingerboard accounts, like, and I'm not talking about Mike Schneider, who's on a different level. Yeah. More like about Annie Yan, Fingered Ben, even Ryan Bernier, like those like YouTube people. Yeah. They get way less attention through the YouTube algorithm. And that's pretty much how it's gonna be for the next while.
Yeah, the point is that actually I think Instagram just the last couple of years just transformed to even a way better platform for the fingerboarding stuff, because the thing is, like, some years ago there was no Instagram TV stuff. There was like not the stuff with the stories. There was like now it's the new thing with the reels, which is pretty cool, because like for short stuff, if you just like want to show like one trick or one combo or one line, something like that's maximum 15 seconds, which was at the beginning at Instagram when I started to join Instagram like 4 years ago. That was only able to upload 15 seconds clip. Now it's the real stuff for that. If you want to have like a small edit that's like maximum 1 minute, you make a normal post. Or no, normal post until like 1 minute. If you have like a shorter, like maximum 1 minute edit or whatsoever, and or pictures, still like make a normal post. And then if you film a part, a longer video or a team video, maximum of 1 hour you can upload on Instagram TV.
I didn't know the maximum.
It's 1 hour.
I only uploaded my own parts, which are like 4 minute max. So. Didn't get close.
Yeah, but you couldn't even upload it 1 hour video, I think, maximum. I think that's the reason why there's no flat-faced team video. What's 1.5 hours, but it's on YouTube. But that's okay, because like Mike got over 100,000 subscribers, I think, something around that, which is pretty cool. Like the video got I think like around like 10,000, 14,000, but that's enough. Yeah. That's cool, because like it's not about like the numbers that you're being sad that like, oh, not everybody recognizing me. That's not the point. The point is, when you put much work into something, it would be nice that like the most people of the hardcore scene would see it. That would be nice.
When I do part, and I rarely post parts. I post like maybe 2 parts a year. Yeah. I think I'm at 3 parts this year, and this has been like a heavy part year for me. Yeah. So every time I post a part, I put like a lot of effort into it.
Yeah, of course.
And I'm like, at least like the core people would be nice if they would see it, because just because of the dedication and the love for the scene. Yeah. But I really like have, especially this year, that the long form content came back a bit with the flat face video and the Femblance video, which I was part of. And I mean, both really, like, in my opinion, both could really have used like a bit more refinement.
Because of course
they, like, both of the videos had like absolutely massive parts. Like I like go fingerboarding, but I think I see it all the time. That's
then you get used to it.
Yeah, but the Ryan Bernier part,
wow, was
that
crazy.
one blew me away.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's the guy who makes Love, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's insane.
And also I really liked Scott's part from Dynamic.
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't like it.
Yeah.
I fucking loved that part.
Yeah.
So I think those videos, like the Femlins video and the Flatface video, had like absolutely high spots and had some spots on the second watch I would just skip. Because the video is like 1.5 hours on the Flatface video. That's a long time to just casually watch.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of parts I just skip on the second watch, but it's really cool to see that coming back.
Totally.
And having you here, back in the day there was one video, and I think that was maybe it wasn't your breakout video, but at least a video that got a lot of attention to people outside of Berlin to you.
Okay.
It was like some sort of, like it was similar to a King of the Road thing in Berlin, where you did like a challenge thing with the ASI Berlin team. It was like a video contest. And I just remember Timo saying in the video, Ramon, you're the new guy, you do the trick. And then you continue to do every trick for every challenge. And then and Timo was just like, yeah, Ramon, just do the trick.
I think...
Do you remember that?
It's... do you mean Weißwurst ist Jam?
Yeah, exactly.
It was in Munich.
No, I think the video was in Berlin, because I think I distinctly remember you being at the Alexanderplatz.
Okay.
But it could be that
you mix it up, maybe.
Yeah, could be that it was just... Because for everyone listening, the Weißwurst ist Jam is a famous jam that's every year in Munich.
Yeah.
And it's
made by Martin Winkler.
By Martin Winkler, the guy behind Winkler Wheels. So that's like a famous... It's pretty much more of an underground jam rather than an actual contest.
Yeah, but it's
like,
legendary.
It's fucking legendary.
It's legendary, yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And but I don't remember, like, maybe you're mixing it up, but I remember there's something like in Berlin. There was something, but
maybe I'm gonna ask TK Wilder.
Yeah, that's better. Yeah, I remember that, sadly.
Yeah,
sorry.
But it was like some team contest where you basically did every trick.
Okay.
And every challenge they had to do, it was like, we can't do it, Ramon, just do it.
Okay. Don't remember it too much. Because the thing was like in the Weißwurst ist Jam, it was like mostly like me, but the same part like Dimitri.
Yeah.
Dimitri was actually doing the most hard stuff,
Yeah. I think it was a tech deck contest. Could that be like a tech deck video contest?
There was actually the Weißwurst
okay.
is Jam stuff, because it was sponsored by Tech Deck, and that was the point why we put it. That's actually a nice story, because it got sponsored by Tech Deck. So the winner team was winning €400.
Yeah, I think that's the one I mean.
Yeah, and that's totally the Weißwurst ist Jam in 2009, I think. So and and when we did it like as ASI Berlin,
casually following on YouTube and not being connected to the scene back then.
Yeah, and the thing was that we put Tech Deck stickers everywhere and stuff, because like we got the trip sponsored by Tech Deck, and like the money was from Tech Deck, the $400 and stuff. And Winkler at the end decided who won, but we won because like we had the craziest video and collected the most points. And then the thing was that actually we made that because like Tech Deck wanted to like make this like famous, the winning team and stuff, but it was so fucked up.
Yeah, exactly. That's what Timo told.
Yeah, and Timo told me that like after that, like Timo told me then like, yo, no, Tech Deck don't take it.
They don't want to.
They don't want to have it because it's too much punk rock. It's too much crazy.
Too much, like, let's say, adult humor.
Yeah, more adult stuff like drinking stuff, smashing stuff. I don't know, like. Cutting my hair with a scissor and shit, and like being fucking drunk, and like at the end ending up like pissed drunk. Yeah,
I've been there.
Yeah, you was there.
No. being pissed drunk.
Oh yeah. Sadly. We're bad kind of human beings.
Let's transition to another thing. Today, when I see you, you're one of the guys who is known for consistency. Like, I think you and like from the top of my head, I would say Ben Dulac and also Nico Frank would be like one of the ones who's like fucking consistent, and that pretty much translates to you doing well at contests. And you have a specific style at the contest that is like infamous. And just like as a brief note about myself, like I know I talk too much about myself in this podcast, but when I did the run for Fast Trainers, I think last year, it was like the first big contest I've been to after my break, because for a while there wasn't a big contest, and the one there has been, I've been judging, so I couldn't ride. And at that run, I was like, okay, just try to get as much around the park as Ramon does, and just do like simple thing as Ramon does. And I tried to like go around, and I was realizing, and even after that people told me, was like, you seemed so nervous and like so anxious, and I was just like, how the fuck does he do it? And just like run around the park 4 times in a 1 minute run and making it look like he doesn't put effort in it. Like, do you know when you first developed a very quick style that you're known for today?
Because like before, like I didn't did it too much. I mean, like I was ever since a little bit quicker than most people, or doing like, I love to do quick stuff anyway, but there was like around between, I would say 2011 or something to 2013, I was for myself like, yo, fingerboarding is fun as fuck, but like the tricks and everything, like I need something new. Like I almost did anything which is possible, just except of some trick stuff. Like, for example, nollie invert heels and switch invert heels. This is like the stuff like I'm really not good in it. Like I was
today?
Huh?
Even today?
Yeah, even today. I'm a little bit. Sometimes I am able to land it, but nollie and switch invert heel just in a flat fuck.
They are impossible.
Yeah.
Like,
it's
I
super
did land,
hard.
I think, 1 nollie invert heel or 2. Like, maybe a handful, but I don't really know how they work.
Yeah, I landed a couple, and sometimes I was figuring out how to make nollie invert heel front board or something, but it's easier because you only have to turn the board 90 degrees and not 180 and change it. And
that's how I learned hard flips. Because you don't have to do the rotation the whole way, and you catch it. Yeah, like a hard flip front board was my gateway drug, and then the hard flip back tail, which I'm known for today.
And and then I was like, yo, what's the next level in my own fingerboarding? Like, how can I put it more up? Yeah, for myself. And then I was like, yo, like, let's make it like more realistic. I love fast skating anyways, like Dennis Busenitz or Pontus Alf, or like so much people, or rest in peace Keith Hufnagel.
Yeah, like at the time of recording, he just recently passed away.
Yeah, it's just like some days ago, and super sad. But like this guy was every time like super fast, making
the
simple
Huff
stuff.
Was legendary.
Yeah, the Huff. And the Huff, Keith was just like going super fast, like jumping up a ledge.
And then just doing like a really fast kickflip over a gap from a ledge to another ledge.
Yeah, or it was like just like he did it like a couple, like some couple of those on crazy spots, like jumping up a ledge. Then there's coming like 2.5-3 meter gap. jumping this with a huge ollie into a lip slide.
Yeah, I think that's what I mean. Like from
front side lip slide
ledge,
onto another ledge, but he did the other stuff with a kickflip. Mostly tray flip.
Yeah.
He tray flipped everything. It was super like just like simple stuff. The same like with Dennis Bouzens. I'm a super big fan like of Dennis Bouzens skateboarding. And this guy just like go madly insane fast. And then just do like kickflip up some 6 stairs, like up. and then like this is how the line starts, and there's like a line of 10 tricks or more, and there was like, yo, I want to do this with a fingerboard, and this was like my other thing, and I just was, the ambition came back, really big ambition for this stuff, and just to make it perfect and have to flow, and not like breaking up.
Don't bail, like just one
and
line.
when you bail, you go back and start another line. And not like, and because then I messed up.
Don't act like it didn't happen.
Yeah, right. It's like what is, and every time like when I see like people doing like the first time like big contests or contests anyway, and then they just like go to one spot and try one trick all the time and mess up. I just like say like, yo, no, fuck it, continue, ride the board. And it's like,
because a lot of judges will judge on like the flow and how you use the park.
Yeah.
So even if you stay at one obstacle and land 3 rail tricks in a row, it probably doesn't score as good as like some guy who did a 50-50 here, a board slide there.
Yeah, their kickflip, their pop shove it, their 180, make a little air on the quarter, go back and with a flow.
Did use the whole park and didn't stop in between and like grab the board and go somewhere else.
This is stuff like what I don't understand like with the most people. I mean, like it's up to them, like of course, but this is what I do like with the first run, like in the qualification round. The
no flip thing.
Pretty much. Or like sometimes I do flip. Like when I feel like comfortable and not too nervous, I do like something like a quick hard flip front board or something. Yeah. Because like this is something that's the same.
Like
this is the same with you.
Ones.
Yeah, the simple
not
basics.
Like the tail slide. Or
no. Just like the simple stuff, like flip in combos, and that's it. And just like, or when I feel, because like the most stuff is spontaneously, I don't plan too much. I just like, okay, there's something.
That was one of the one of the problems I had when I did one contest recently. I planned way too much.
Yeah.
Another contest,
and then you are not able to improvise.
Especially in another contest, I didn't plan anything, and randomly got to the finals. Randomly won. Didn't plan anything. Just happened.
Yeah,
and
go with the flow.
Yeah, just like when I in a game of skate, when I felt like doing a trick, even though it wasn't a trick I liked, I was like, I feel like doing that trick. So because it was like the stair set. That we have at the shop, built by Pascal. Yeah. The twin to that one that he has. I did a trick on a like a switch nose grind, shove it out, something like that on the lower part of the rail, which I never do. Like I never touched the lower part of that rail.
But it was spontaneous?
Yeah, but it was like, I feel like doing like a switch nose grind and like some fakey shove or something like that out. Just worked first try. And
sick.
Those are the ones that, those are the contests you do good. Like when you don't think about, okay, I have to land like this thing here, or I have this really cool trick there. Like the ones that you just go with the flow and see where it takes you.
This is like mostly the stuff like, because when I have my run and I get like people tell me that now it's Ramon's turn, and then I not starting the run and just like starting to run around the park slowly, or like walking around the park and looking at the park and just like think like, where I want to start, and it's just like and sometimes it takes like 20 seconds.
Yeah, I know the look on your face.
Yeah, I'm super concentrated. I'm just like in the tunnel and like, okay, good. Where can I
start? There.
Because like I think about like, okay, the spot, that's cool. Okay, there's a rail, there's a quarter, and would be cool to start with that, just making a 5-0. Okay, let's go. And then I just like gonna start, and then sometimes, not every time, but sometimes I'm planning to do like the first 5 tricks or something.
Yeah, like a certain trick here.
Yeah, and then I'm like, because like it's good to have a plan at first place, but leave some space after that to just to freestyle something.
Yeah.
And then this is mostly like the best thing. And then I just do like simple stuff, and mostly like I got a qualified in the first place. Like every time you see the list, like I'm mostly first or second qualifying.
I was judging one of those, and it was like, yeah, I don't know why he scored that big, but he was just like flowing and bail.
But this is the thing, like just like flow.
Every obstacle. And
or like what to make it better understandable for the people is I do my best to just make my fingerboarding look like real skateboarding.
Yeah.
And I think like this is what a judge is like.
Even though you're one of the OGs and you have pretty much an OG style with like very heavy impact and very high ollies and very high tricks. And so like judging from that, it's not realistic, but like
not all the time.
But judging from what tricks you do and how you do the tricks,
with the flow,
that's realistic again. So it doesn't feel like you don't have to like ollie up before stair set, like just barely getting on top. Like as long as it makes sense and it's like a style that is similar to skateboarding.
And you don't or kickflip up a double set or something.
Yeah.
A 20 stair.
I mean, it's impressive if someone can do like a kickflip up like from the floor to a counter. Like it's impressive, but like Jaws wouldn't kickflip up the Leon 25.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I mean, like, of course, not realistic. That's like more the funny bullshit part of fingerboarding.
That's the type of shit we do at the ASI Berlin Shop when we're drunk and
then we laugh as fuck.
Yeah,
it's like super funny.
Pretty much done every single trick on every single obstacle already. One thing I like to do with pretty much all of my guests is I like to do a rapid fire question. So I ask you a series of questions. You try to answer them as briefly as possible.
What's briefly, like quick or?
Yeah, like not in like 10 minutes or like in like one sentence to one word. Like
I try to do my best.
So what's your favorite wheel?
Wheel?
Yeah.
Flat face, treat shape, wide. Oh no, actually, Winkler, flat face Winkler Collabo, but not being there anymore.
And not the hard sphere wheels?
They are super good, by the way, but still flat face. Still the best of the best.
What's your favorite deck and shape?
Berlin wood, low shape, and I shape everything by myself mostly. Yeah. So 34mm wood slot on sale.
Favorite trick on flat?
Kickflip, definitely. Kickflip and tray flip.
Favorite trick on an obstacle?
Depends on how I feel like.
Okay. Let's say on a curb.
Still, I don't know. I can't tell.
What's your top 3 songs right now?
Ooh, right now. Sober from Tool.
That's an all-time classic.
Oh God, so good.
I just listened to that yesterday.
Yeah, me today and yesterday and the last 10 days.
Yeah.
Because like I was just like founding it again and it's amazing.
Yeah. I discovered it again.
That's number 1. Number 3, something from the new Chef Cat album.
Chef Cat is a German
Berlin rapper.
But he also does like international, like didn't he do like a battle rap thing that was all in English? I think he...
No, that was not Chef Cat.
I'm quite sure.
No. That's...
I'm quite sure he did.
What's the name? No, there's another battle rapper from Berlin.
Yeah.
But it's not Chef Cat.
Never mind.
No.
But he's a German rapper who's like insanely fast and talented.
And number 3, wait, I just gonna take a look at my music player. One moment. Number 3 could be Tool anyway, Chef Cat.
For everyone who's listening who hasn't been to the store yet, like if you're at the store and Ramon is here and Ramon is playing music, there's a very high chance that Ramon is either playing something from Tool or he's playing some German rap.
Yeah, or something totally random stuff like German lyrics, Austrian band who makes rock like the Beatles with with Austrian German.
But let's try to get back to the rapid fire.
I just have 2 songs.
Yeah. Do you prefer outdoor or indoor fingerboarding?
Both. Sorry. Everything else.
What's your favorite obstacle?
Any piece of stone I can find.
Switch or regular?
I mean, like, would I like more or? Can't tell. Both 2. Sorry, can't name one.
Concrete or wood?
Oh, both 2. Because like I love wood and I love concrete. In skateboarding and fingerboarding.
Do you have hobbies outside of fingerboarding?
Hobbies skateboarding? No, just kidding. Singing a little bit. I sing here and there. I was like often going to jams, but did it for a long time now. But I need musicians. I want to have a band.
Well, there is a band without a singer. And
yay! Let's do something together.
Yeah.
Jana, Julian, and Bene.
Pretty much like me and all of my former co-hosts of this podcast. So
nice.
We could be the podcasters.
Woo.
What's your favorite fingerboard video?
Oh.
Could be one that you filmed or one that you like to watch. Or a part. Say some of my parts.
Of course. It's really hard to say. The thing is... it's so hard.
3, 2, 1...
No, I don't have one. I'm not sure. It's something I have to think about longer because I don't know.
Do you prefer to ride flat ground with an obstacle or a park? Like if you could choose to have a spot at home, would you like to have a park or flat ground with obstacles?
Park.
Heel flip or kick flip?
Kick flip.
Who's your favorite fingerboarder?
Ooh. I have couple.
Let's say 2. Let's say overall, like all time and right now.
All time. Between Ditchy and Elias.
Yeah, for me it would be between Ditchy and Fabian Schreiter.
Yeah. Right now. I would say I love Yoni's style. It's super realistic.
John Fly?
Yeah, John Fly. Yeah. Let's say John Fly and Lionel Simon.
For me, it would probably be Improviso from Portugal. And what was your first event?
The one in 2001.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about.
Homemade or bought ramps?
What?
Do you like ramps that are built by someone like at home, like
DIY?
DIY ramps,
or from a company,
or like Black Rivers?
Oh, that's hard because like there are too much people who fuck it up.
Yeah,
but I would say like a DIY stuff have more soul.
Yeah, because I do build ramps once in a while, but they all suck. Yeah. But I like riding them because they're like rough and
it's different. They're both good.
It's different.
And then you have the perfection from Black River stuff, and it's nice too.
Yeah,
it's hard.
What's your favorite food right now?
Right now, anything I gonna cook by myself because I did it for a long time.
So you just started like really cooking and.
Yeah, because like I don't have electricity at home right now.
Oh.
Yeah, because I fucked it up. It's my own fault. Yeah, but I can laugh about it, and I'm gonna pay it the next like this month, I think, and then I'm happy to be able to cook at home again, and then I'm gonna cook like a badass motherfucker. Yeah.
I think I can give you some cookbooks if you want to.
Oh, I don't need though.
I have a bunch that
I don't like recipes. I'd like to try out recipes. I like to try out by myself. Okay. I love cooking since I'm 8 years old.
Do you like loose or tight trucks?
Right. I mean, like I prefer more the tighter stuff, but in a moment, like it's medium.
Yeah. What was your last personal NBD? Like the last trick you did that was a first for you, or the last trick that you were really proud of?
Definitely the one from the bondage crew video. I made one of the sickest combos and most fluently in my whole life, and it was filmed, and it was in the video, and it was super good edited by Nico Frank.
I know that I watched that video, but I don't remember the
it was like on the simple benches spot up there, which Julian and Henneman bought. Billet.
Yeah, and the so-called simple spot.
Simple spot with the picnic table and the menu pad, and I think I did a I did a combo starting from there over both with manual in between. I did like nollie flip, backside blunt slide,
just
kick flip. Wait. A nollie flip, backside blunt slide, kick flip, nose menu, nollie front side flip, switch nose menu, 180 out.
That seems impossible to me.
Yeah.
So it would be possible for you.
I just saw this, and this combo came into my mind, and I was like, one day I have to do it, and then but I needed over 20 minutes for it, so almost half an hour.
Yeah.
For a reason, because it's crazy.
Yeah, that's the type of things people don't see in videos.
Yeah.
Do you prefer to have one setup or multiple setups?
I love it in the moment, or the last couple, 2 years, to have more setups, to try out stuff.
But you have one main?
Yeah, of course I have one main.
I have the same.
Yeah.
One main.
Yeah. But overall, one setup is the best, because then you're used to it, you're one with it, and it's way more fun then.
What trick do you like doing least in a game escape? Like when someone does it, you're like, oh, fuck you.
Yeah, nollie invert and switch invert heels.
Okay.
That's it.
Plastic or urethane wheels?
Still more the plastic. But I mean it's both polyurethane. Yeah. Like it's plastics, different plastics.
Both are plastics, but hard plastic or urethane.
Yeah, I mean I'm a flat face guy. Like hard urethane.
What's your favorite beverage? Drink.
My favorite drink?
A beverage is a drink.
Ah, okay, sorry. Lack of my English knowledge.
Beverage is Getränk in Dutch.
Yeah, beverage. Don't have a favorite one. I mean, the best ever, water.
Okay.
Sorry. Just the simple stuff.
To connect with that, do you like to think about sober or drunk?
Sober.
And not listening to sober.
Yeah, being sober and listening to sober.
Who are your sponsors? I think now we have to take quite a few minutes to get through that list.
No, it's not too crazy. I think it's 4 or 5.
Okay, let's start.
Family-wise, ASI Berlin. Then product sponsors or whatsoever sponsors. FBS, Black River, Berlinwood, Flatface. Back in the day, I was at the Bonsai Concrete team, actually.
Yeah.
And in between, I was for a short time on Winkler, because Winkler gave me the Winkler racing team.
The t-shirt, yeah.
Yeah,
I was always really envious of
AKA the wife beater. The tank top or whatever it's called, and And he gave me some wheels and stuff and won me on the team. But then I figured out like flat face is for me the better wheel. So I asked Mike, and then it came to flat face. And I don't know which else. Of course, it was like there was no Harrier team, but Harry said like I'm definitely like sponsored by him now and whatsoever. But yeah.
What about, isn't there like a relatively new company from Berlin that you're also on the team, or aren't you on the team?
I'm not on the team because I'm still on Flatface.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I'm not on Hot Sphere.
No, okay.
Let's see in the next couple of years, but I think I'm gonna stay at Flatface. I mean, like it's hard to not go there because like you just can't get wheels, and Hanneman is able to make every shape when you want to.
Yeah.
That would be cool, but whatsoever.
Do you have any dream sponsors? Like judging from your resume, I think you pretty much have the dream sponsors or of everyone in the fingerboard scene.
No.
Like River, Berlinwood, and Flatface are pretty much the dream team.
I'm living the dream actually. when it's about the sponsors, definitely.
Do you have a favorite Instagram follow? Like one account that you like seeing new content of the most?
Definitely Lionel Simon, the guy who makes sex fingerboards.
Yeah.
This guy make insanely good edits and nice fingerboarding, super clean, realistic spots, super creative. I hate Jana.
yeah,
no, I was just kidding. Yeah. And much skateboard stuff, but on the other side, I love motorsport and cars and stuff, so I like when some
I used
motorsport
to hate that stuff, and I fell down a rabbit hole, and I like that stuff.
Yeah, because it's super nerdy, technical stuff.
Yeah, and I don't understand half of it, and I like it.
Yeah, it's just like super interesting because you think about like how are human beings able to build machines who can drive that fast around the corner. You're just saying like, what the fuck? But let's don't get too deep in this topic.
The very last question for the rapid fire.
Okay.
What's your favorite overall company in fingerboarding?
Fingerboarding, overall company, it's really hard to say. Like as a company...
like the direction that the company goes towards, like the people behind, like whatever you like about the company.
So hard.
Probably like 2 or 3 choices, I think.
Yeah, I mean, like of course, like I love like Black River stuff and the trucks and everything, and nice to see like that Martin just like understood for himself. He changed some stuff up, which is really cool. That he says like he doing like separating like from
but
the ASI
I
Berlin
think
Shop
that's something that's not like.
It's more like some private stuff, but I'm still loving Black River. Flat Face 2, Bullenwood. I don't know. Like it's. I'm not saying this
you love
because
the scene.
I love the scene, and I'm not saying it because they're my sponsors. They are my sponsors because I'm loving them.
Yeah, that's pretty much how I feel about my sponsors. Like, I didn't get on the Pfeifferlack team because I'm a good fingerboarder. I got there because I fucking love Pfeifferlack.
Yeah.
And at some point, it was just like, okay, just come on.
Yeah.
Like, just come on the team already.
Yeah, because like, why not when somebody is able to do good fingerboarding? It don't have to be like outstanding or whatsoever.
Yeah, but I'm not good.
You are good, but do like good fingerboarding and then have the passion for the company. Why not?
Yeah, I
put
think
them on
the passion for the company is something that, like, in the last episode with Vannes, I talked with him about that. People sometimes really lack the passion for the company they write for, so they get sponsored by a company after messaging like 10 companies, then they get accepted by one and they immediately leave once they get a better offer. Like when, like, let's say, I don't know, Sorry for Fingerboarding asks someone who's previously on a different team, then they're like, okay, yeah, sure, absolutely, and don't like give a second thought about the other guys,
don't give a fuck and just move over. That's stupid. Yeah, it's just like anyway, like you have the passion for it, but that's the point. Like this behavior of most like kids these days, or teens, or whatsoever, or young people. They're just like get what I can. Like when someone like the smallest tiny little company, which is not actually a company, just like says like 10, I'm gonna sponsor you. Yeah, they gonna take it and get the, let's say, sponsorship and
maybe even accept it before actually have written a deck.
Yeah, totally stupid.
Yeah, and I think that's why this interview was important, because Ramon pretty much came from nothing. Like you weren't one, like I always had the opportunity to just buy Berlin wood when I wanted to, just buy winkle wheels when I wanted to. It wasn't like my parents gave me thousands of dollars as a allowance, but if I wanted something, they were like, yeah, sure, that's harmless, so just buy that.
Yeah.
And I think that it's quite important that you don't have to have rich parents in this hobby. You just have to view it as a hobby and don't be like, okay,
or passion.
Don't judge it as something where you try to make it. Just try to have fun. And when you have fun, people see that you have fun, and then it's like other people will have fun just watching you having fun. And that's the important part about it.
But it's like the same like with skateboarding. I think there was like one sentence like from Jake Phelps. He said like something, I don't know if I get it 100% together, but it was something like, if you just like try to do like skateboarding for another reason than you just want to have fun or you like it, or if you're too scared or whatsoever, just get the fuck off and don't lie to yourself. And that's like, and then just don't do it then. Like
I got the fuck off because I really liked it, but I was fucking scared and I hurt myself and I was
really
like,
bad. Yeah, you enjoyed yourself.
I'm not getting back onto that because that ship has sailed.
Yeah, and it's just a pretty honest sentence. Where you just like say like, be honest to yourself. Don't lie. Don't lie to yourself. Just get the fuck off.
Like the most important person you'll ever know in your life is yourself. Like once you know yourself, you pretty much can handle everything.
Yeah.
Because you know when to step away from something, when to just sit in a corner for an hour after being overwhelmed by 50 people trying to play a game of skate with you. Like once you know what you can handle and how you react to something, then you can actually enjoy it and take it however you want to take it.
You do it for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much the perfect place to end it. Thank you so much for spending this time with me.
You're welcome.
And thank you everyone for listening. And I hope you check out all the previous interviews I did. And I really hope that you like it. And until next time, thank you for listening.
See you guys.
Bye.